Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to be a tryhard in MM2, how to juke people, how to win a sheriff, tips for sheriff, tips for murderer. And today I'm going to be doing this video with my friend here. He's going to help out. Say hi.
Hi.
Yeah. So he's going to help out with this video. If you guys do enjoy the video and if it helps out, please consider liking and subscribing. It helps out a lot. And my goal is to hit 2,000 subscribers by the middle of 2026, which is crazy. But yeah, let's get on with the video. Okay, my first tip is going to be for sheriff. My tip for sheriff is that, well, if you see the murder, most people panic, they spam jump, they run around and they get scared and then they try to shoot the murderer and then they tend to miss. My tip for sheriff is that you should, when the murderer is chasing you, you should stay as calm as you can and you should just aim and then shoot them. Because the more calm you are, the better your aim would be. My second tip for sheriff is actually going to be how to beat spam jumpers. So usually spam jumpers come chasing you, but like this, they just come in a straight direction. So I actually posted a short on this. I'll pop it up on the screen. But to beat spam jumpers, you just want to keep your cursor or your finger near the murderer, below them or up on where they jump to. And then when you see that they're about to jump or right when they do jump, you just shoot your gun. Wait, hold on. And it hits them. That's the whole... But you gotta practice this, because otherwise, you may not be able to do it. You just want to practice. You can do it in MM2 aim trainer. You could do it, I don't know, in some other aim trainer. I don't really know. But yeah, that's my second tip for sheriff. My next tip is for murderer. Basically, a lot of people, when they're chasing down the sheriff and the sheriff is shooting at them, they tend to get scared and they start spam jumping and doing weird movements, and then they end up losing anyway because of the panic. So what you should do instead is you should jump sideways kind of and try to be unpredictable with your movement. And then when you do this, then the sheriff will tend to miss their shots. And when the sheriff's gun is reloading, you have a perfect about 2 to 3 seconds to chase them down straight while you're running. And when their gun is reloaded, then you can start dodging the shot again. And staying calm will make it a lot better. My next tip is going to be for throwing the knife. So most people, they don't really know how to throw the knife. Most people would just throw their knife in one direction, going straight at him if he's running like that. But there are pros in this game that when they'll see you throwing your knife in a straight direction and then they'll move to the side wall, causing you to miss. So you want to predict where they're going to go. You want to if they're moving that way, then you would throw your knife in front of them. That way it hits them because they're walking in that direction. Okay. My next tip is going to actually be about juking. It's going to be how to juke and different types of jukes. My first type of juke is it's dodging like that. When you do this, so if the murderer is chasing you, as he is, I can turn on my shift lock and go to the side. If I turn on my shift lock, going like this, and then I flatten out my body like this, and then cross him, this makes it so that the knife's hitbox can't reach me, which makes me dodge it. It's better to not do it like this on the side with the knife sticking out. Here's an example of the juke being used in a real game. You can see that I added a little bit of a jump in this juke, but that's because, this is a big map, so jumping and doing that is a lot more efficient, and doing it without jumping is better for small, tight hallways. My next type of juke is a ladder type juke. So you jump on the ladder and you jump off, and then the murderer will tend to climb it, and then they won't know what to do, so they'll panic, and then they'll have to climb down the ladder and then come get you. And this creates a lot of space between you and the murderer. And here's the juke being used in a real game. So it's very helpful, especially when the murderer is targeting you. My next kind of juke is called like a jump over. Basically, you just jump like off a platform or using a prank bomb. You jump over the murderer and it causes them to get confused because they're chasing you down. Now, when you jump over them, they get confused if they're climbing up a ladder especially. And here's the juke being used in a real game. To bomb jump, all you need to do is you want to turn on your shift lock and you want to aim it at like this middle part of your arm or all the way down. Not fully, leave a little bit of gap before the max. And you just want to run forward and then jump till your max height of your jump. The point where you just start falling. And then you want to throw out your prank bomb and then jump again. Doing this is how to do the prank bomb jump. My next kind of juke is like a 360 type of juke. It's the same where you go like this, but then when the murderer turns around, you go like this again. Here's an example of the juke being used in a real game. This juke consists of the same thing as earlier, where you go like this, but then when the murderer turns around, then you do this, avoiding the knife's hitbox again, and continue running in the same direction. This juke does not work against people with like slow reaction time though, so make sure that you're doing this against like pros or something, or people that have a quick reaction time, and then you'll be fine. Bonus juke. So this next juke is basically when the murderer is chasing you on this map, you want to go in here and then come out. You want to go inside this hole inside the place and then go in the other hole coming back and then get through the fence right there. See how slowed down he got? Because most merds don't like notice when you go through. They won't be able to comprehend that, and then they get juked really bad. I've used this so many times. It's a really good juke. Okay guys, this is the end of the video. Hope you guys learned something from this video, and I hope you guys are a lot better at MM2 now. Any questions will be answered in the comments, and subscribe for more videos like this one. Bye!